Hi and welcome back to our channel.
No, right.
It's Vlogtober. I don't know what day it is because this will just go up as one of the recipes during Vlogtober. So today is a Slimming World recipe and it's the spring greens mac and cheese from the Slimming World Take 5 book at page 122. So the description is, when you need a comfort food fix, this oh so easy version of the classic dish ticks all the boxes. It serves for, it will be 3 sins per serving, or for me, I will treat it as half my Healthy Extra A. And also I've made a slight tweak to the suggested ingredients. So that's what it looks like. Obviously, if the cheese is vegetarian, it will be a vegetarian recipe as well.
And this is what I look like.
Yes. So what you will need is 300 grams of dried macaroni, 300 grams of spring greens sliced. This is spring greens, and that's what my husband is helping us with. What are you doing? Slicing the spring greens. You won't talk. Then it says 170 grams of extra light soft cheese with garlic and herbs, which would be some of your sins. So I'm not going to use that. I am going to use quark. Actually, I think that I did check a while ago, but I think this pot is 1 sin. So across the 4 portions, it will be 1/4 of a sin. So I'm going to use the Arla quark cooking cheese, garlic and herb. Stop waving that knife around. Then you need 350 grams of fat-free natural fromage frais. So I've got this one from Morrison's, Eat Smart Fat-Free Fromage Frais. And then, which I haven't got out yet actually, 2 level tablespoons of Parmesan cheese or vegetarian alternative. What I'm actually going to do is use my cheese allowance to sprinkle some light cheese on the top. Is much better at this sort of thing than I am.
Oh, are we still on?
Yes, we're still on. Keep going.
How small do you want it?
It just says sliced. Look, that's the picture.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure it'll be fine however you do it. So the first step is to cook the macaroni according to the pack instructions and add the spring greens 3 minutes before the end of the cooking time. So I'll get some water boiling. I've got my pasta on the boil and I have double checked this pot of garlic and herb quark, and it is 1 sin for the whole pot, but we're not even going to use the whole pot because we're going to use 170 grams. So as I say, the recipe uses extra light soft cheese like Philadelphia, so then you would be using your 3 sins, but this does reduce the sins slightly, and then you would have to check out the sins for the Parmesan if you're using that. So let's get this in, 170 grams. There we go, that will do, and there's a little bit left for me to try, maybe as a dip later on. Then we're going to add some fromage frais. So 350 grams of fat-free fromage frais. So let's 0 that. It's quite a bit, as 350 grams. So I would think, and it does say to add seasoning, but I would think that's nearly the whole pot. I would think that this would need quite a bit of seasoning added. So I'm going to have a look what I fancy adding to it. So to my cheese mixture, I'm going to add some mixed herbs that will help to bring out the garlic and herb. Actually, I might put some garlic in as well. I'm going to add plenty of salt. Remember, this is to go over 4 portions, so you want a bit of seasoning, some salt and pepper, more pepper. And I'm going to add a bit of mustard as well to bring out the cheesiness. I'll stir that in, and then I'm going to add, as I say, I'm going to add some garlic granules to help bring out the garlic. So that's the cheeses mixed up, the fromage frais and the garlic quark with the added seasoning. Obviously you add whatever you feel like to your taste. My pasta's been boiling for about 7 minutes. I keep giving it a stir with a wooden spoon. And then you want to add your spring greens. You may need to add a bit more boiling water. And boil them for about 3 minutes until they're soft. Right, I'm preheating my grill to a medium heat. And while that's heating, I've got my cheese mixture here, and I've got my macaroni and spring greens, and I'm just going to mix that all together. You can do it in the dish you're going to use if you want to, but I'm just going to do it in this bowl. So obviously you take your macaroni and spring greens off the boil and drain them well and give them a mix into the cheese mixture. And then here I've got a oven safe dish, and I'm just going to put that in there, top it with cheese and pop it under the grill. So it's at this point you would use your 2 level tablespoons of freshly grated Parmesan cheese, and you would need to work out the sins for that. If you're following the recipe, it will be 3 sins per serving for the Parmesan and the extra light soft cheese with garlic and herbs. I'm not going to do that. I've got 140 grams of light cheese here, grated. Because this is going to do me 4 portions, 4 portions of Healthy Extra A light cheese would be 160 grams. So I've just taken that down a little bit so that I can have a portion of this and some almond milk on the days when I'm using it. Hope that makes sense, but you can use your own common sense and add your own cheese and check all measurements and things for yourself. So what I'm going to do is, if you're making macaroni cheese, you might as well make it cheesy. So I'm just going to scatter this cheese over the top of my macaroni and spring greens. And I do like cheese, so there's plenty there. I'm sure that will make it really, really nice. And then I'm going to pop it under the grill until it's browned off a bit and the cheese has melted. There we are, out of under the grill. The spring greens mac and cheese from page 122 of the Take 5 book. What I'm going to do is taste it now, divide it up into 4 portions and give it a taste, and I'll let you know what I think. And there we go, 4 portions of spring greens, macaroni and cheese, and each portion will be 3/4 of my Healthy Extra A with the cheese that I've used, and 1/4 of a sin at the most for the garlic and herb quark. So I have tasted it while I've been portioning it up, and it's really, really nice. In my opinion, it does need the cheese on the top to add the extra flavour and extra dimension, but then I am a cheese fan. And if you like Parmesan, then that may add something to it as well. But yes, I really, really enjoy it, and what I'll do is I'll let these cool and they will all go in the freezer. So thanks very much for watching. Don't forget, the recipe is in the Take 5 book, And if you make it, let me know what you think. See you next time.